The local cinemas on the 27th of May. Of course, that's in a couple of days from now. The movie is about Gugu Hlatshwayo, who was left penniless on an island paradise, utterly humiliated on a honeymoon after her husband disappeared. The leading actors in the film, some of them are here. You've seen the list there. It's Dineo Moeketsi and Thapelo Mokoena, who joins us here in studio to talk about the film. It does feature some other interesting names like Boity, Thulo, amongst others, Thando, Thabethe. And let's talk to some of the cast now. Guys, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, I try to give away as little as possible. I don't know if it's a relatable scenario that you're on honeymoon, that you're left there by your husband, but it's interesting nonetheless. Talk to me about the story.
It's happened to so many women, I think, but it's spoken in and amongst the female community.
Okay.
You know, these stories of being jilted. They call it ghosting now.
Ghosting.
Yeah, like when a dude... There is a word.
That's interesting. Ghosting.
There is a word.
Okay.
When a dude disappears on you and with no reason, with no contact, changes numbers, that's called ghosting. So Gugu is ghosted on a foreign island and immediately becomes the walking wounded. She adopts the idea or ideal that men are terrible. She's anti-men. The only thing she will focus on is her career. And somehow, unintentionally, she finds herself at a crossroads regarding two men.
Thapelo, let me ask you this question. How difficult is comedy? How difficult is romantic comedy?
Sure.
I think we always think that it's an easy medium to put out.
Yeah.
But it's everything. It's I think you're drawing on every skill, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's there's a lot that goes into it. It's actually more pressure because you got to nail the comic timing, and you gotta take your character seriously enough that you don't play him as somebody that's trying to be funny. So the comedy comes out for itself. So you perform him, you play the character as straight and as believable as possible, but the content allows you to access the comedy. Then you got to match all of that, and it's got to be timed right, and it's got to make sense, and it's got to bounce across every actor just enough, you know, because it could be too much or way under.
I see Dineo.
That's exactly what you go through there.
I mean, I watched it thinking the cues are so tight, and that adds to the comedic timing because, you know, we were just a group of very supportive actors going in. It didn't matter what scene we were shooting. There was always an element of support. So for somebody to be right there, should you be falling on a line or should there be an ad-lib that completely works and Thapelo or Lehasa rolls with it? You know, it's a treasure on its own.
And I love where we are at the moment. We get to interview directors, actors every week, but I love that the black story has moved away from something. Those historical stories are important, but I love that black people are laughing at themselves and acknowledging things like love, hate, issues. And I find this beautiful space we're in at the moment. Are you guys sharing the same kind of sentiment?
Absolutely, man. Look, it's we're never not going to tell our story as South Africans, our history. That's going to.
But we also have a story of love to tell.
We have happy stories. We have smiles. We have cries. We have cries of joy. We have black romance. We have black love. We have black relationships. And
excellence.
Black excellence. And to suddenly explore these characters we aspire to be or people we possibly are, it's beautiful. It's like I think we're at a beautiful phase where we're trusting ourselves to tell any story. What's to come? Film, action films. Who knows?
I can't wait for that
would be great.
So you've got, and I don't want to draw a comparison because it's very different films, but you've had the success of Happiness is a 4-letter word.
Yes, bless them.
And that was very successful.
Yes.
Let me ask you about kind of the discussions that you guys had as a group. I know you've been involved in other productions, but we want this to be as successful as we humanly can because we want to tell the owners of the Stekinikos and the New Metros that this shouldn't be in limited release, this should be a national release.
I completely agree with that when you say we want this to be the highest success we've ever seen because, you know, we don't want that thing of happiness was an anomaly. We want for every film to have that conversation of, Mrs. Right Guy did 25 million or 50 million. Next film after that does 75.
Is there pressure on you as the lead?
There is
it has to be
absolute pressure on everyone. I don't think it's just me.
Just you.
And I think we share every responsibility in this film as a cast, and that's the wonderful thing. You know, we are doing our best to say, okay, in in what other ways can we push the film?
Yeah.
How much power can we extend to draw the masses in to come in? I mean, every time I tell somebody about the release date, I say you take yourself and 5 people to the cinema.
It's a family viewing film.
It's well, not kids.
Well, yeah.
No, it depends on what age. If you define yourself after the age of 20 as a kid. Premiere, very quickly, details. It's coming out on the 27th of May. We want everybody to go.
Yeah, we had our premiere already.
Yes,
it
we
was
did.
very successful, a great turnout.
Sure.
And we appreciate every positive response that's come out. And of course, we are releasing.
We are releasing, we have paid sneak peeks, 27th May. We are officially released 40 cinemas wide on the 3rd of June. So that's when I say, go take 5 of your friends, take 5 of your family.
Just go and check it out.
Just do it.
The whole nation, you know, we'd appreciate that.
Dineo Moeketsi and Thapelo Mokoena, they're the leads of a new South African film. It's called Mrs. Right Guy. It will be making its debut on the 27th of May. Everybody go and get it. Take your family, your friends, take your enemies.
Your child.
Go and check it out.
And your
Take an ad break.
boyfriend.